In this video, we will go over Inventory 2, Costing, Standard Cost Status menu. You can use Standard Cost Status report after generating a standard cost in New Costing menu. In New Costing, after creating a costing, you can use Generate Standard Cost button and generate the standard cost for each base month. To view data, firstly, set the base month for search. Click the magnifying glass, and the costings that you generated in New Costing menu will be listed. Select a month and search. Then, for all the items that your company has on hand, including raw and sub-materials, finished and semi-finished goods, and merchandise and bundle item merchandise, you can view their standard unit price. And we will see how each item's unit price is calculated, starting from raw materials. For example, item named fabric. In Inventory 1, Setup, Item Setup menu, if you click on Fabric item code and go to Cost tab, you can find Standard Material Cost field. So for items whose item category is either raw or sub-material, the price entered in this Standard Material Cost field will be applied to Standard Cost calculation. So since $2 is entered in Item Setup menu, its price will be calculated to $2 as well. Next, items whose item category is semi-finished goods. So, for example, we will look at baked beef barbecue pizza. Their standard cost, semi-finished goods standard cost, will be calculated based on their BOM and their expenses. Since they are a product manufactured with raw and sub-materials, you will first register their BOM in the Production module. In Inventory 1, Production, BOM Design menu, you can register and view the bill of materials for each item code. Then, from this BOM, the cost of the materials registered in the BOM will be all summed and calculated to the standard cost of the semi-finished good. And for semi-finished goods, in Cost tab, the Standard Material Cost field will be disabled, since it will be calculated based on the cost of the materials registered in the BOM. And the other fields, such as Standard Labor Cost, expenses, and outsourcing expenses, will be enabled for input. So after entering each corresponding price, they will be added to the standard cost of this semi-finished good. And also, the same goes for finished goods. So for this packed beef barbecue pizza, which is a finished good, we will view its BOM. Click the item code of packed beef barbecue pizza to view its BOM. Then you can see that the BOM consists of a semi-finished good plus a sub-material, which means that the item's standard cost will be calculated by summing up the standard cost of the semi-finished good with that of the sub-material. And this time as well, if this finished good has its labor cost, expenses, or outsourcing expenses registered in the Item Setup menu, those amounts will be added to the standard cost. And in the Standard Cost Status report, for finished or semi-finished goods, you can click on each item code to view the details of standard cost calculation. So for example, we will click the finished good packed beef barbecue pizza. Here, as we discussed, the standard cost of the semi-finished good and that of the submaterial are included. And also, standard labor cost and standard expenses have been added to the amount. And moving on, we will see items whose category is merchandise. So for merchandise, the program will pull the standard material cost amount of item setup menu. If you go to the item setup menu, so for this light bulb whose category is merchandise, in Cost tab, the standard material cost field must be filled out. And please note that the purchase price that you enter in the General tab will not be applied as the standard cost. Next, as for bundle items, since their BOM is registered in the program, their cost will be calculated based on the standard cost of their components that are registered in the BOM. For example, this bundle product, shampoo plus conditioner, is made up with a shampoo and a conditioner. And if we check the standard material cost of each component, for shampoo, the standard cost is $3, and for conditioner, the standard material cost is $3 as well. Then, if we check the bundle item standard cost, the sum of each component's standard cost, which is $6, will be the bundle item's standard cost. So in this way, you can use standard cost status to verify the standard unit price of your company's items based on the standard cost information that you registered in the item setup menu.